This video is brought to you in part by my shop at Amazon.com. Check out AirborneSurfer.com/Amazon for all the groovy stuff that I do things around here with. Greetings, programs. Atari here, you there, and if you enjoy messing around with retro toys, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification icon, blah, 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 blah. And for now, rally ho! Now, this is a piece that needs little to no introduction. This is Rubik's famous cube, and it has been thoroughly mixed up, so I am going to show you how exactly to solve this every single time. Now, before we really dive into this thing, a couple of things. One, I am not a master of one of the speed cubey people things that they're all like with the cube. Now, two, a couple of things here you want to know. There's three different kinds of pieces on a Rubik's cube. One, you have the corners, like right here, and you've got three different colors on each of those corners. Two, you have the edge pieces like this one or like this one. There's going to be two different colors there. And thirdly, you have the center pieces. These center pieces are fixed. They never actually move. So orange is always going to be opposite red. Yellow is always going to be opposite white. Blue is always going to be opposite green. So that will help you put things together. Other than that, you know, I'm not one of the people that holds it the funky way and does all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you bad technique, but it works. And I'm not worried about doing it very quickly. I just like to be able to do it. Okay, now my microphone has died, so bear with me. This is about as good as the sound is going to get, and hopefully I'll be able to fix it in post. So, getting started. The first thing you want to do is, this is referred to as making the daisy. So what you want to do is you get to the yellow, the side that has the yellow centerpiece, because that's not going to move anywhere. We're going to do a yellow centerpiece with 4 white edge pieces around it. It's going to look kind of like a little white flower when we're done with it. Now, there's only 4 of these edge pieces, and on this one it happens to already have 2 in place. That hard work has been done for us, or at least part of that has been done for us. Now, cool thing is, once you get these white pieces in place, then you don't actually have to move any other pieces. So the very first thing to do is just think about it methodically. I've got 2 in place here, so let's find another edge piece, and there's one right here. So I've got to get this edge piece basically somewhere either here or here. And to do that, we're going to turn there. We'll turn. Oh, look, I've already got an edge piece in place here. Groovy. So now we're just going to come up, and we'll come up like that. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 around a yellow center. Okay, so we have our daisy. Now we also have some corner pieces in place, and that's cool. It's not really imperative right now, so it doesn't really matter just for this method. You'll see what I'm talking about. So the next thing we got to do is we're taking these the 4 petals that we put together, and we're moving them to the side with the white center. This is the white cross or the white plus. So what I want to do here, like I said, each of these edge pieces has another color on it, right? So we're going to say this red piece here. So this white red edge piece, we're going to rotate the top layer until we get to where this color, this tile, matches the center. Once we do that, then we're going to take this side and we're going to rotate it 1, 2, so that now that white edge piece is matched up with the white center. And we're going to do this for the other 3 petals. So this one is blue and it's already matched up with blue. So then we go 1, 2, and now that's there. And then we'll take the white green and we'll turn it until it matches green. And then 1, 2. That's there. and then we have what's left. This one, white, orange. So we rotate until we get to orange here, and then 1, 2. Now we have a white plus sign or a white cross right there. Now we still have two white tiles here that are matched already in the corners. Not a big deal if you don't have that, but we're going to put the whole thing together in the next step. Okay, so we have our white cross or white plus sign, whatever. We got a couple of white corners, which is cool, not a big deal. We're going to solve the whole rest of the face in just a moment. Now, before we get into the rest of the puzzle, there are a couple of move sequences that you should know. The pros call them right and left trigger, and it's basically a 3-move sequence on either hand that will set up the cube for the next step. So for example, a right trigger is in your right hand. You basically make a little finger gun, and we're going to say, if we do a right trigger, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the right face 90 degrees away, then grab it with the trigger and pull back towards us, and then rotate 90 degrees back towards us. So once again, right trigger, forward, pull back on the trigger, back. Same thing on the left side. If it's a left trigger, you're going to go forward, pull back on the trigger, and back. Once again, forward, back on the trigger, back towards you. Now that you got that move down, it takes practice and getting used to it. That's why I'm not like a super speed QB person, because I don't practice that move all the time. But you know, and this is actually kind of a stiff cube because this is like the original Rubik's Cube, so it's a little stiff. You can get the ones that like just slide and they're really fast and whatever. But I like the original because it's the original. Damn it. Okay, so we got that. Let's move on to solving this thing. Okay, so here is our white face. Now what we're going to do is flip this guy over. It's going to be on the bottom for the rest of the solution here. The next thing to do is to look for more of these white stickers. Ideally, we want them to be around the top layer facing outward, but unfortunately, I don't have any like that. So I have them on the top here, so that's not a big deal. What we got to do is we got to get these into the right position. Now, to do that, we're going to look for the white sticker, and we're going to see what's on the bottom. So these are 2 white stickers. We don't want that. We want to actually match this to something that's not a white sticker on the bottom. In this case, probably this yellow right here. So we're going to rotate the top layer until it's matched over this yellow. Okay. And it's on the right side as I'm holding it, so then I'm just going to do the right trigger. Boop, 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 but I'm going to do it one more time. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, now I have this on the side. Now that it's on the side, what I want to do is look at the color that is opposite. I don't care about what's on top now. I want to see the color that's opposite. In this case, it's green. Now, I want to rotate this top layer again to where green is diagonal the green tile, which it already is. Corner's on the right. So we go, boop, right trigger. Okay, now we've got 1 white sticker left. Put him over the green, and we want to move him so he's in this bottom corner facing us. So there we go, and then we're going to do, he's on the right side. It's on the right side, so we're going to do the right trigger. If it were on this side, we'd do the left trigger, of course. So, that. Now, he's on the bottom. We'll do it one more time. Boom, boom, boom. Now he's up here. So, we've got this guy, and he's on next to orange. So we're going to rotate him to where orange lines up there. And then we just right trigger again because it's on the right side. And there we go. Now we have the bottom face, 3 orange, 3 blue, 3 red, and 3 green. So we have one of the layers solved and one of the faces solved. Oh, and if for some reason you had a white on the bottom layer on the outside here, just like I did in the interim process, you just do the appropriate trigger to get it back up to the top. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to solve this middle layer here. And to do that, we are going to look for edge pieces, which are these in the middle here, right? There's they have two faces, not 3, those are corners. So we're going to look for an edge piece that does not have a yellow sticker on it. So for example, I have this red-blue right here. So what I want to do is I want to rotate the top layer here, the red, to where it matches the middle. And what that does is it gives me this upside down T tango configuration. Now, once we do that, once we have that part, then we look at the top sticker, and that's blue. So if I'm holding it and I've got the T facing me, blue is over to the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the top layer I'm going to pull it left one time, and then perform the left trigger. Now, you see I've got a white piece out of place. Now I've got to go back and do that the same way that I did before. So white is opposite blue, so we're going to turn that to blue. It's on the right, so we do the right trigger. Now we've got white back on the bottom, and we're ready to go for the next one. And that is the green-red edge piece. So we're going to turn that till we get to green. We got our T configuration. Top is red. Red's on the left, so we pull left, and then left trigger. Now we've displaced another white one. Okay. So let's fix the white. White is matched with red. We go around to red. That's on the right side. So right trigger. There we go. And now we've got this one done. We've got this one done. Still got to do this one and this one. Okay. So next we have blue. Blue and orange. Blue is already at blue, so that's cool. Orange is again on the left, so we pull left once, and then left trigger. If we displace a white, we did, so we need to move that back to where that goes. Orange diagonally, and then it's on the right side, so we right trigger. Okay. Now we need one more, right? Yeah. Let's see, this one. It's this guy. Okay, so we move him to orange. Okay, green is on the top, green is on the left. So we go left, and then left trigger. Okay, displaced another white, so we gotta put that back. So it's green, right trigger. And then we have it done. Look at that. We got all 6 of each of those colors. All right, this is where it's going to get crazy. The next thing we've got to do is we're going to make the yellow cross on the top, or yellow plus sign, whatever you want to call it. But before we talk about that, you need to learn about FURU'R'F, which is the algorithm for solving this part of the Rubik's Cube. Basically, you have different letters that form a mnemonic. It's FURU'R'F, F-U-R-U-R-F. And what that refers to is the movement that you make on each of the faces. So you've got, so I'm holding the cube here. You've got front, right, left, up, down, back. Those are your different faces. So each one of those is a letter, and each one of those, when you see it done, say I do front, I'm going to rotate the front face 90 degrees clockwise relative to the position of looking at it. So this is, 90 degrees clockwise on the front versus this is actually 90 degrees clockwise on the back, which is anti-clockwise in my perspective. So from the perspective of somebody looking at the face, that's when you're turning it 90 degrees. And that's when I start to like move things around. Which isn't necessarily how you're supposed to do it. But so FURU'R'F is front, up, right, and then we do it backwards. Up, counterclockwise, right, counterclockwise, front, counterclockwise. At this point, there's these like if-then statements that you have to follow. So the first thing to do is to look at the top here, and I've got these three in a line. So if it were like this or like this, either way, you want to turn it so that it's facing vertically by your perspective. So there, and then we do FURU'R'F. So it's front, up, right, and then we go backwards, up, right, front. Okay, so now we've got this little weird L shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this guy, rotate the top to where these two edge pieces, these two yellow edges, are in the 12 and 9 o'clock positions. And then once we've done that, then we're going to do FURU'R'F again. So F, U, R, and then backwards, U, R, F. Now we have our yellow cross. Now, if you're in a situation where you're starting this and you don't have any pieces, just do FURU'R'F once. That way you'll probably end up in a better position. Okay, now we're going to solve the entire yellow face. First thing to do is to just look at the face and determine how many corner yellow pieces we have, which in this case is 0. If you have 0 or 2, you're going to do this little algorithm that I've got right here. So this one is, it's R, U, backwards R prime, U, R, U2, which is U twice, U, and then R prime. Now, we've got 2. So let's do it again. So we do R, U, R prime, U, R, U, and then R prime. Now we're back to 0. Let's do it again. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, R prime. Okay, now we have just one in the corner. It kind of looks like a little goldfish. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a goldfish, and we want the face of the goldfish, the head of the goldfish, the tail up here in this corner. We want the head down here in this corner. So we want him diving this way. So if he's not already in this position, rotate the top layer until it is. Here we go. We're good to go. And then we do the algorithm once more. So it's R, U, R prime, U, R, U, R prime. And there we go. So last bit here, we're going to solve these outside edge pieces on the top layer. So first thing to do is check to see if we have any matching corners. So here, these two, no, they don't match. These two don't match. These two do not match, but these two do. So what we're going to do, if for some reason we did not have any matching corners, we would perform this new algorithm. But we have this one, so we're going to put this in the left hand. We're going to put the matching corners in the left hand, and we're going to perform a new algorithm. Now, it's weird because it basically like undoes what we did in the previous step and then redoes it. So check it out. So we're in the, we got this on the left, and we're going to do L prime. That's the wrong way, right? That's L prime. L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, and then R, U, R prime, U, R, U, U, R prime. Now we've got more matching corners. Okay, now we've got the top. We have matching corners on all 4 sides. And now it's time to put this last thing together. So what we want to do is see if we have any fully solved sides, which we don't. See, our green or blues are over here and need to be over here. So we're going to do the following new algorithm. So we do F2. So F, F, U prime, R prime, then L, and F2 again, L prime, R, U prime, and then F2. Still don't have anything solved. So we just do it again. F2, U prime, R prime, L, F2, L prime, R, U prime, and F2. Still don't quite have anything yet. All right, let's keep going. Okay, well, we've got the top layer completely solved. And now all we got to do is just line it back up, and there you have it. Completed Rubik's Cube. Now, you can tell me how wrong I am on social media up over here, or you can subscribe down here. Here is a video that YouTube thinks you will probably enjoy, and the show notes to get all the algorithms all written down are going to be right around here. My name is Atari, and until next time, remember, it's okay. It's just a prototype. Rally ho, y'all.